Good afternoon, everybody. We are live from Supernova with the Super Smash Brothers Olympics. Got a jam-packed weekend of some great, entertaining, and amazing events. We got a lot of extremely talented athletes from across the world competing in some of the most prized and competitive events this weekend. So let's just get right into it and see who will be taking the gold for their country. Alrighty, and it looks like first off, we're going to be having Gregory of USA competing in men's talking to girls. Let's get right into it. We'd also like to share a special thank you to our volunteers.
Hi.
Okay, so a very interesting approach with the skip in the wave. Little odd, but I think she might be messing with it a little bit. I'm not sure about that high either. It came out a little odd and was a little stretched. I think a normal just hi instead of a hi would have came across a lot better. But it looks like even though she's a little weirded out, she seems to be kind of messing with it.
Hi.
You want to play?
Sure.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, he has definitely cleared the first phase of this event. He has made contact with the girl. Now all he needs to do is ensure that he creates a safe environment that, encourages her to continue sitting there and continue playing games for an extended period of time. So let's see what else he's got in store for us today.
So, you here with your boyfriend?
Ooh, and that is not the question that you want to ask in this moment. This is simply starting to become a more and more awkward situation for the girl. He already kind of approached awkwardly. If he wants to do kind of like the awkward but chill approach, he's got to ask better questions than that. But let's see if he can say this one.
Am I here with my, yeah?
Oh, okay. That's cool. Who do you play?
I play Peach.
Peach?
Yeah.
She be pulling like the turnips and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You should let me pull you.
Ooh, and a corny pickup line despite her saying that she's here with her boyfriend. This is just not looking like a gold medalist performance from Gregory of USA right now. I'm really unsure of how he could save this one. He's just making her very, very uncomfortable, giving her strange looks, and I'm just unsure of whether or not she will be willing to continue to keep playing.
No, thank you, but we can still play.
Oh, okay. That's fine too.
And to my surprise in this booth, despite all of his missteps in the performance today, she is still willing to continue playing the game with him. So I think, while he's definitely disqualified himself from a gold medalist performance, he can still absolutely lock in a bronze or even a silver medal performance today. But only if he can stop asking strange questions and make her a little bit more comfortable. Let's see what happens next.
Can I have a hug?
I think I'm just gonna go to another setup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you make a girl uncomfortable. I've never seen anything like this before. I have never seen such a fall from grace from Gregory once a gold medalist in this category, has absolutely butchered it today with that comment asking for her for a hug. I cannot believe the inappropriateness in this performance and how much he is making her uncomfortable. This is an absolute travesty to see. Team USA is not going to be proud of him. And it looks like that's it. She has disengaged from the conversation and disengaged from the friendly session opportunity. I know Gregory is kicking himself right now. I know he's not happy about his performance. Very shocking, very disappointing performance from Gregory of USA. And it looks like next up we've got Moss from Germany today in men's talking to girls. A newcomer to this event. This is his first time here at the Smash Bros. Olympics. Not really sure what to expect from his performance today, but I'm walking in with an open mind and I'm excited to see what he has in store for us today. Let's get right into it.
You mind if I play for some friendlies?
I'm really liking the approach right now. Definitely a medium pace, but he's walking very subtly and nonchalantly, definitely starting to, bring off an atmosphere of kind of like, I don't care. It's given, I'll play with you because there's no other setups kind of vibe, something completely casual and natural. So I'm very, very much liking this approach.
Who do you main?
I mean Peach.
You main Peach? Cool. I heard that the main reason that Toad is so concerned about Peach is because Bowser said he was going to destroy Peach's pink castle.
And a very odd question from Moss. I'm not sure if this is a staple approach over in the German locals. I've definitely never seen anything like this at the USA ones when it comes to men approaching women at gaming tournaments. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Perhaps this is something that we're not hip to and we're getting privy to new strategies. So let's see what else he's got in store for us today.
Her pink castle?
Yeah, I didn't even know that Peach had a pink castle.
Oh, really?
Mario seemed really upset though.
Yeah.
So anyway, first to 5 winner gets married, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And a very hastily escalation right there. I'm not sure if she's rocking with this one, especially after the strange comments about Peach's pink castle. We'll have to see how she reacts to this one, and if she reacts poorly, we have to see how he's going to save this one. He's definitely really put himself out there, and it's going to be a very, very tough one to make it back from if she wasn't messing with that marriage comment.
Sorry?
Winner gets married?
Like, married.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like hitched. Like matrimony. Like matrimonious.
Ooh, and you can see right there, she tried to give him an out by acting like she didn't hear anything, but he just continues with the marriage hitch thing and, you know, raising his eyebrows. Definitely something that you should not do to a girl, especially if she's feeling a little uncomfortable. This is not looking like a gold medalist or even a silver medalist performance from Moss of Germany right now. Let's see if he can recover this one.
Who's getting married?
The winner.
Two.
The loser. I have insurance.
Get life insurance?
Okay, this is getting cringe for me now. Now I feel threatened.
My God, ladies and gentlemen, hold the phone. He might have saved this. She's laughing. She seems to be giggling. She seems to be enjoying it. I think she's seen this as just a long-winded, awkward kind of joke. But I think she's messing with it. Moss may have completely saved this performance. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna find my friends.
It looks like that laugh wasn't a I'm genuinely laughing because it was kind of humorous kind of laugh and more of a I feel nervous and I'm gonna laugh so you don't feel as nervous as I do kind of laugh. It looks like she's disengaging from the conversation and disengaging from the friendly setup opportunity.
I could be your friend.
It's okay.
Don't leave. Please. We haven't even started. Peach!
Ooh, and just pathetic right here at the end. You really got to ensure that when she leaves that you retain your dignity and do not make a scene. Very, very shocking performance of Moss from Germany. We saw some very interesting tactics that we have not yet seen here on American soil, but it looks like these German tactics are just going to have to stay within German jurisdictions because it's now working over here in America. And it looks like next up we've got Drake from Sweden. You know, our previous contestants have really opened up the opportunity for a gold medalist performance here at the Smash Bros. Olympics in men's talking to girls. So let's see if Drake can really capitalize off of his opponent's failures and learn from their approaches so we can find a smooth, successful approach and really get this friendly setup started.
How's it going?
Oh, yo, how's it going?
Good, good.
What an amazing approach. You know, greeting her, sitting down, and just getting ready with the intent of playing with friendlies. A lot of show, don't tell. Rather than being, can we play, and making things awkward, he just sits down with the intention of playing. Already has his controller out. Really liking this approach from Drake of Sweden right now.
Do you have a stage preference?
Oh, no, you can choose.
No? Okay, I don't care. We can gentlemen's to any stage you want.
All right, and he has really captured her attention, you know, keeping the conversation to the game and not towards anything else that might make her uncomfortable. Asking her, you know, what kind of stage we'd like to play on. Not everybody likes to play on FD or Battlefield or whatever. So he's just trying to find a nice, chill stage to grind and play on. So I'm really, really liking that question and his conversation starters. And he's doing a great job of keeping her engaged and keeping her comfortable in this situation.
Yeah, you want to jump into the stadium?
Pokemon Stadium? Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that. Let's go. Awesome.
Feel like I'm fun.
All right, you as well.
And ladies and gentlemen, the newcomer, the underdog, Drake from Sweden puts on a masterclass performance here for us in Men's Talking to Girls. Let's run that one back and really dive into the weeds of things and see how he crafted such an amazing performance here for us today. See, and one thing that really went under the noses of a lot of our spectators today is Drake's approach. You see, he's walking a little awkwardly, you know, head towards the ground, and it seems like he's not very interested. But we need to understand is the juxtaposition between his approach and his intention. Whereas a lot of people will either approach awkwardly or confidently, they always simply ask, hey, do you want to play? This leaves it way too open for them. But Drake decides to go with a little bit more of an aggressive approach. He sits down without asking, which may be a little bit too aggressive for some people, but then he could just play it off like, oh, I thought thought you were just sitting here wanting to play friends with somebody, and then he just walks off. But it didn't work out for him in that way, and it worked out to his benefit. So a really, really good juxtaposition between his approach and his intention. Really, really good stuff there in that approach. I know Sweden is going to be proud of their boy Drake bringing home the gold today. And it looks like next up we've got men's pop-offs. I'm joined by TK Breezy, who will be co-commentating these pop-offs with me today. We're both very, very excited to see some wholesome, humble, and creative pop-offs. So let's get right into it.
Yes! Let's fucking go! Yes!
Okay, clean pop off right there. You saw the bicep curl, definitely understandable. Shook his opponent's hand as well. Respectable man indeed.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more on the respectable part. Definitely kept it very wholesome and humble, but still left a little bit of edginess there and the let's fucking go. Really doing a good job of emulating the tense, tumultuous turmoil that he went through in that match and just emulating that through his voice. And he goes back to shake his opponent's hand, as you mentioned. Very, very sportsmanlike, keeping it humble, keeping it P, and definitely locking down an extremely solid performance here today for the Dominican Republic. And it looks like next up we've got Drake from Sweden, hot off of a gold medalist performance in men's talking to girls. Let's see if he can bring home the absolute sweep for Sweden today.
Go!
In an absolute spring out of his chair, first making sure his controller is safe before continuing the pop off. I'm liking that. Controller lives matter. We want to make sure that we are respectful of tournament property and of our own property.
Okay, this guy seems like he wants to be H-Box, but only H-Box can H-Box, okay?
And I honestly couldn't agree more. We're definitely going to need to dock points for originality.
Quite a bit of enthusiasm for what I think was a 3-stock in the first place, so I'm not really sure why he's that excited. And no one in the crowd seems to be excited for him either.
When you contextualize it like that, it really makes me confused as well why he would be so excited for such a game that was not even relatively close. A game 5 last hit, is something that invokes a strong emotion that leads to a pop-off like this, but it seems like he's just kind of doing it for no reason. It's honestly coming off as a bit of attention-seeking more than it's coming off as raw passion and emotion. And with that being said, I don't think Drake will be taking home 2 gold medals for Sweden, but certainly has at least put up a bronze medal performance here today. And last but certainly not least, we've got Alvin from Canada, a 3-time gold medalist in men's pop-offs. His reputation precedes him. There's not much else we have to say. Let's get into his pop-off.
Oh, he must have hit something insane. Look at his face. Hold on. What?
Yeah!
The Yahoo? Yeah! The Mario spin?
Fuck, that was not intentional.
No. You got to give it up to him, brother. The Mario spin into the fall, and he still got back up, because that's the heart of a champion right there. Love to see it. That guy, that's our winner for sure.
It's almost as if you read my mind, Mr. TK. I could not agree more. A masterclass performance in a pop-off. We saw a lot of passion and emotion in that pop-off, but also a lot of whimsical fun. And that's what pop-offs are supposed to be. They're supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be serious. They're not supposed to be clip farming. It's just supposed to be a showcase of your raw emotion in a fun and enthusiastic way. And I just felt like Alvin of Canada really embodied that today. So he's going to be coming home with Canada's 4th gold medal in men's pop-offs. Truly a master of his craft, and I can't wait to see what he brings for us next year.